Forethink and remember where you came from. We are the original seed of what you call gods. You were taught to call us gods by those malevolent, disagreeable beings, the Luciferians, the serpent people, the human beast. They have influenced the minds of our leaders either by appearance in physical form, as in the case of a Venerian, one of valiant Thor's own, who was known to us as Master Fard Muhammad, 1877 to 1934 AD, who came as a god from Saudi Arabia, Middle East, to seek out the lost tribe of Shabazz and to teach them knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Up and above all of these great men, disagreeableness crept in the form of misinterpretation to misguide you off the path. And we called out, "Guide us to the way of the ones who stand straight, the way of those who you have bestowed your grace, and not those who have been cursed, nor of those who have gone astray." 6. Remember, your olive-toned parents of long ago, the woolly-haired beings, 9 ether, or 99, 9 to the ninth power of 9, our kingly crown, visitors to this solar system from the planet Risk. 7. Remember our dark reddish-brown skin, copper tone perfected in green, as the greenest of olives because of the melanin that is within our genetics which we have coded in our genes, the true Nubuns, Nubians or new beings, you Melanites and your way of life. Nuwobu, sound right reasoning. 8. We are your original etheric parents, the Etherians that have returned in flesh just for you. 9. You must know that in the lunar logging of the 5th point in the month of May, when the planet called Gaia, a living organism, also spelled Gaia, positions itself in the location of revolution of the planet called Earth in the year 2000 AD of the Gregorian calendar, and the gate in what you refer to as heaven, and this great vortex when opened in 2003 AD of the Gregorian calendar, and the planets will have realigned themselves. In the day of 5/5/2000, the Garubat, cherubims, will be excused, and their flaming swords shall sway from the tree of eternal life, and it shall open once again the throne of Anu. 10. In the month of December, in the year 1997 AD of the Gregorian calendar, on the solar calendar, which is used throughout most of the world, and is sponsored by Pope Gregory XIII in 1582 AD, as a corrected version of the Julian calendar, which was a solar calendar introduced by Julius Caesar's astronomers in Rome in 46 BC, having a year of 12 months and 365 days, and a leap year of 366 days every 4th year. A smaller alignment of the inner planets in this solar system will have already taken place. 11. 7 bright planets will line up like pearls on a string. 12. The planets align from west to east, beginning with Gaga, Pluto, then followed by Mummu, Mercury, Lamu, Mars, Lahamu, Venus, Ea, Neptune, Anu, Uranus, Kishar, Jupiter, and Anshar, Saturn, with a crescent moon alongside. 13. This will be the alignment of the major planets and the mothership Nibiru, whose diameter is 63,408 miles and can make itself bigger or smaller, will be nearing your solar system and waiting on the other side of the asteroid belt, which is the necklace of the firmament beneath the firmaments, for the time which will be in the lunar logging of the 12th point in the month of August, when the planet called Earth positions itself in the location of its own revolution in the year 2003 AD of the Gregorian calendar, which is when this vortex will reopen. 14. Nibiru's appearance on November 15th was confirmed by scientists with the coming of a comet named Hale-Bopp, after its discoverers Alan Hale and Thomas Bopp, in the year 1996. 15. Due to the size of Nibiru, which is 63,408 miles, if it was to come near your planet, its gravitational pull will begin to tear away parts of Tiamat and cause the other planets on this side of the asteroid to draw into each other. 16. So Nibiru stays on the other side of the asteroid, or firmament, where the planets Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are. It is then that the Shams, passenger crafts, will reach the planet Earth, coming forth to you for the rebirth of the elite few, the 144,000, from the moon base, forming the 6-pointed star and crescent moon in the sky as your sign. On Nibiru, you had 400 species broken up into 3 sets of 144,000. You had the Ajigi, the Denir, the Riskians, and many mixed species from different star constellations. The Christians late took the concept of the 144,000 and the rapture, used it in their Bible. 18. If we are blocked, we shall continue to try to abduct you up until the lunar logging of the 26th point in June, when the Earth positions itself in the location of revolution of Earth, year 2030 AD of the Gregorian calendar. 19. This is what so-called Christian call the rapture. 20. This would involve a telepathic message from Nibiru, which could be dangerous to those children who haven't raised themselves to a certain level and would cause a shock to their nervous systems. 21. Many would cut off, causing us to sever our etheric tie, although it may be a necessary step. 22. Know this, my child, in the lunar logging of the 12th point, in the month of August, when the planet called Earth positions itself in the location of revolution of Earth in the year 2043 AD of the Gregorian calendar, this vortex will reopen, and we must depart with or without you. So be prepared. 23. My child, listen and overstand. These crafts are coming to pick you up, their children. 20. However, the evil Luciferians in human form, aided by the cursed seed of Canaan, and their brothers the Halabians, Flugelrods, or Hulub, are on the rise in many names and organizations throughout the world today, and are trying their best through the media and mind control to make you, the children of the Anunnaki, Aluhum, regress back to your state of Homo erectus with the aid of black devils. 25. If you regress back to that state, then my children the elders have no reason to come for you, for it is Homo sapien that is in our image and after our likeness. So let me explain to you how it all began. It all started when we, the Anunnaki, needed to protect the dwindling atmosphere of our home planet, Risk. We are the 8th planet of a tri-solar system in the 19th galaxy of Ilion. 27. The rays from the 3 suns Utu, Apsu, and Shamash were depleting our ozone layer. The energy level of the radiation was increasing and made the hole in the ozone layer bigger every time all 3 suns shone on the planet at the same time. It is the same as on Earth, where the ozone layer is depleting, allowing more damaging ultraviolet rays to penetrate the atmosphere. 29. However, unlike the planet Risk with our 3 suns, the planet Earth has but 1 sun, so the depletion level is not occurring as fast, but will happen eventually. Look for the sign of the little boy, El Nino. 30. The planet Risk has 3 suns, Utu, Apsu, and Shamash, that all have damaging ultraviolet rays, and has a much faster rotation than that of this planet, so the depletion of the ozone layer occurred at a faster rate. 31. We needed to build a protection, a dome of gold dust particles suspended in the atmosphere to protect the planet from the damaging ultraviolet rays. 32. The gold was needed because it shields the sun's rays. 33. It is used to reflect the sun's heat. Gold is very special. It's a high-polished metal with a high-polished finish. It can be made thinner than any metal. It can be stretched thinner than paper and stretched for miles. That is why they use it. 34. Gold can be vaporized better than any other metal, and it doesn't tarnish. Gold can also hold under any condition. 35. We had to abort our planet until it could be mended. Thus we moved on to Kessiel, known today as the Orion Galaxy, which was originally a 6-star, 6-sun constellation. 36 others went and started living in Aish Arcturus, which is the brightest star in the Bootes constellation, and Camu Pleiades, a star cluster in the Taurus constellation, which has many life forms. But we made our home the 3-star belt of Kessiel, or Kessel in Nuwabic, which is Orion. 37. We had to get closer to the Milky Way, and this sun, which has exactly 1,000,000 billion years left to burn itself out, if the ozone doesn't deplete or the 7 plagues doesn't destroy it. 38. We moved to Lamu, which means deity of war, what is now called Mars. Then we moved on to Gaga Pluto and various other planets, and set up civilizations as the moon and as in the Canis Major star constellation. 39. That is why the face on Mars is believed to be that of a Homo erectus, when it is in fact the face of the Homo erectus being cloned into Homo sapien, the face of Zakar, whose name is Cadmon, called the Adama Project. 40. It looks like the Sphinx face. The face is thought to be the pharaoh Khufu, when in fact it is the Egyptian deity Osiris. 41. Standing at the base of the face, you would see to your left in the distance massive pyramids, similar to their Egyptian counterparts, part of the city complex. 42. Within the cluster of pyramids called the city, there are 7 major pyramidal forms in various states of preservation. 43 among these are some half a dozen smaller objects. 44 some have pyramidal forms, but others have apparent domes, cones, walls, and buried rectilinear markings to the southwest of the main complex. 45 Anagi Allahum came to the planet Earth to set up the first laboratory called Shimti that you call an Egyptian civilization on Chi, Earth, called Ta. 46. This occurred 450,000 years before coming to Tiamat, Earth. They were followed by 1001. 47. The name Utu, the sun as Ra, the sun and the head deity they called Osiris, who is Usir after the Sirius star constellation, also called Sothis in Greek and Sept in Egyptian. 40. We Anunnaki originally came here to this planet Earth to mine for gold that we would take back to our planet Rek. 49. First, we sent Rumardians who built androids, which are machines that are almost human, called robotoids, robotic machines. Then biological gravitation was added, needed for thinking beings to complete the mission. So the Anunnaki were sent to scout and survey this very planet. 50. When Anu first came to Ptah, called Earth or Terra 500,000 years ago, the dragon people, or Draconian, and the snake people were already here living in vast tunnels under Earth's, Terra's crust, or some lived in the deep seas to protect themselves from the frequent radiation storms and magnetic shifts. 51. The atmosphere was being disturbed by frequent radiation storms, which was caused by electrical storms from the sun. Due to the crash of Nibiru, the planet was still in the process of healing. 52. The snake people have a variety of body types ranging from human-like. Some are half snake or reptilian. They can see in the darkness and have telepathic abilities. These beings were unwilling to share the planet with the Anunnaki. 53. Anu wanted the gold to take back to his home planet in Rask. However, the dragon people feared that Anu would not respect their peaceful ways. 54. They had spent years setting lines of magnetic energy and grids around the Earth, and they had constructed endless tunnels beneath the Earth in cooperation with the snake people. If you're enjoying this video and following along with this reading from the Holy Tablets, Chapter 2 by Dr. Malachi Z. York, stay connected to the knowledge. Like this video to support the work. Comment to build and share insight. Share so this wisdom reaches those who are seeking. Subscribe to All Eyes on Egypt TV for continued readings, teachings, and deeper understanding from the Holy Tablets. Powered by AOE Bookstore, the largest selection of books authored by Dr. Malachi Z. York. Get a copy of the Holy Tablets at www.aoebookstore.net.